Yeah, hi true believers and earthlings that are true believers. I just thought I'd give you my my initial reaction to this luscious book. Now, as you can see the size of my hand, it's a huge tome, and it's the Black Widow, and it's the complete comics history apparently. So let's delve in, shall we not? Okay, who's that she's fighting there? Green hair? Polaris? No, certainly not. Suggestions on a postcard, please. Right, so and there's a Black Widow. Not a particularly inspiring rendition of Black Widow there. That's much more my cup of tea. Nice 90s Iron Man cover. I think that's when she changed her costume yet again to the sort of grey with the short hair. Okay, introduction now. It's a nice Wolverine, Winter Soldier, Tom Selleck. I think they're meant to be crossed. They're meant to be a little further down there. Know your Russian history and iconography. There's Natasha Romanoff there. And I believe that's her first, that's a nice big page of her first appearance. Tells us Suspense 52. And she was very much a sort of femme fatale. And it did take a while. There she is, back, Widow Strikes Again, the second appearance. And there's a comparison there. I think there was a villain called Madame Natasha from the 40s. Anyway, yeah, there she is again. And then the return of the Black Widow in a slightly updated costume, but again, still very dated. The fishnets, and of course she's with Hawkeye, who was originally a villain as well, and they were lovers and they loved each other, and they had similar, they had matching masks. Don't you know? There we are, another nice big, full of lovely, luscious, big, colourful, reprinted pages of Marvel goodness. So it really is. What's she say? I don't understand it. I know, no, would she? I suppose she would have a Russian accent, wouldn't she? I can't do the Kenny Everett Cupid stunt voice. I'll have to. Now, how am I going? Russian accent Cupid stunt. I don't understand it. I know the Avengers are my enemies and Hawkeye is an Avenger, yet I cannot get the handsome Archer out of my mind. I hear Power Man and Swordsman behind me. Mother Russia awaits. There's the Black Widow there. Looks like a brunette Zsa Zsa Gabor. I never give the ring back, darling. The Hawkeye. Here we go. We're getting there. She is on the cover now, and I think she's just when she turns. To use an old wrestling phraseology, when she turns babyface from being a heel. And so there she is doing the cha-cha with Nick Fury, and of course there she is. I think this is when she did one of the forerunners of the issues when that's 36 and she's on the Avengers side, and that's 43 and she's with Red Guardian. So I don't know, maybe she plays double agent. My knowledge of that period with the Avengers is a little bit fuzzy. I'm sorry to say. I should read one of those big bargain bucket complete Avengers reprints. There you go. And a nice reprint of the cover of Avengers 44. To think that one of the accursed Avengers should be captured in my very stronghold, lured here for his love of the Black Widow. And so Red Guardian mocks Hawkeye. Hawkeye already turned babyface and is a full-fledged Avenger. That's first issue of Clint Barton Clint Barton. I've just been talking about Hawkeye, sorry. His alter ego is Clint Barton. And Clint Barton Hawkeye becomes Goliath. There he, and I thought it happened before, but she's still in the old costume. If that's what it takes, then I'll say it. I never loved you. Never. Oh, such emotional torture. Look, I mean, the panels are just, pure marvel. Pure trite dross. And I love it. Why not? This is the one, yeah, 86. 86 is her first modern appearance. She becomes who we know and love as the Black Widow. And it's a great comic. I sold one earlier this year, I think. Right, okay. There she is in her old costume there, and there she is later on in the issue when she actually takes Spider-Man on. And of course, then Amazing Adventures gave her a twin title with the Inhumans. Bit of a weird coupling, but there you've got it. Double Dynamite from Mike Marvel. And there she is doing her training. Fantastic. Oh, you gotta love the Buscema stable, haven't you? I love both Sal and John. Although some people love John more, perhaps a bit more prolific than his brother. I do love Sal because he was my first taste of Hulk when I was a kid. There you go, Inhumans and Black Widow #2. She's still there, twin titled with the Inhumans. Great covers, in fact. Really nice. And I did love the baddies John Buscema used to draw. Mindless stuff. They look primitive, don't they? They look like mindless thugs. There you go. When it was all about, when secret agents always had fast cars and all. There's a Rolls Royce up there, Spirit of Ecstasy, and fast cars and fast women and something. What was it that George Best said? Oh, I made a lot of money in my time. I made a lot of money. I spent it on fast cars and gambling and women and alcohol and drugs, and the rest I wasted. Ah, what a man. Can you imagine getting a liver transplant and then wearing that one out as well? Yeah, sorry, I've lost the plot here a bit. She then obviously appeared in Daredevil and become very much a fixture of the Daredevil comics. In fact, I think she was titled for, I can't remember how many issues, but if we turn the page, it'll probably show us. Still not titled, still not Daredevil and Black Widow, but she's still, there she is again. That's 80, 81, 83, 99, when Hawkeye, the jealous ex-lover, comes back. What's he saying there? You stole my girlfriend, Hornhead. Well, all I want in return is your life. Ledge, I can't reach it. Can't go on explaining symptoms much longer. No, in the name of heaven, no. Good Lord. She's got an American accent by this point, you see. There you go. Twin billing, Daredevil and the Black Widow. That's 93. And then, of course, she had a tenure in the Champions. Not very well received at the time. It's a bit of a cult classic now. Lots of people after first issue. Again, fantastic cover. And what a motley crew. They were the sort of West Coast team. East Coast got too many superheroes, so the West Coast got their own team, and they had Hercules, Ghost Rider, Angel, Iceman, and Black Widow. I think they only lasted for about 20 issues, but they certainly had some great covers. That's the Griffin. To meet the man who created the Black Widow. Good Lord. Oh, look at that lovely Merry Marvel pin-up of Black Widow. That looks like Barry Windsor. No, I don't think it is. When I first glanced, whose signatoid is that? Oh, yeah, Everett. Brilliant. Fantastical. Yeah, Bill Everett. Of course it is. Silly moi. And we go back with Daredevil. Again, double billing, and they have a full-on romantic relationship. And there she is regretting Hawkeye and Ted, and it's just reminiscent about just how much of a bad woman she is because she's failed all of her paramours. Oh, don't worry, you're a secret agent and they're superheroes. What do you expect? The chances are stacked against you that it's not going to work out. Just have fun. Blast and damn you all. Avengers 111, great cover. That's Magneto. It looks like he's running them over in his magnet car thing. Brilliant. Yeah, more. There's a Guardian there. Brilliant. Murder in Malibu, one of the champions. Fantastic. I mean, this is why it was so great. It was so corny. It was fantastic. I tell thee, widow, that it doth pain my heart to see Pluto turn against my father Zeus, and yet go unpunished for his treachery. Oh, get over yourself, Hercules. Oh, God, give it a rest. Pluto gambled and he lost, and there's the end of it. Get over it, you muscle-bound brute. Ugh. And then, of course, when he's on the plane, someone shoots him in the head, as you do, and he rips the plane open. Call the marshal. This is obviously pre-9/11. And they're getting lovely. The world needs the champions. Of course they do. Right, where are we going from here? Oh, look, very sexy. Angel looking very sexy. Iceman doing skating. Ice skating in the middle of the beach. And Romanov looking very demure. Giant bugs. That's not the one where they fight a swarm, is it? I think it's a later issue of... yeah, it is. Swarm. 14. Issue 14. Yeah, later. I think they've only got about 6 more issues left. Oh, and the Marvel 2-in-1s, let's not forget them. Everyone who was anyone was in a Marvel 2-in-1. It was like the DC's, DC Presents and Brave and the Bold. Marvel had Marvel 2-in-1 and Marvel Team Up. Marvel Team Up usually had Spider-Man and a co-guest. And Marvel 2-in-1 usually had Thing and a co-guest. And this particular one, July, is none other than Black Widow. Kicking ass. Oh, look at that. Matt Gargan doing a thwomp right in her face. Bosh! Like a massive baboon. Well, the baboons are mammals, scorpions are more of an arthropod, aren't they? So the sort of analogy there doesn't quite work. Yeah, more panels. Lovely Perez cover of Avengers 181. And Gyrich saying, look, we can't have you all here. It's costing the taxpayers millions. We'll have to get rid of some here. So he's got to trim the fat off, balance the tax thing, balance the accounts. There we go. That's when she fights Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck, the Master of Mayhem. Oh, it's Ivan. Yeah, Little Tsarina, it's me, Ivan. Oh, it's obviously someone from her past, isn't it? Drawn by John Becerra. John Becerra, the man, the myth, the legend, the Basima. Look, see the villains, they're always like these brutish, alpha, primitive type things. Anyway, that's there you go. There's, I just mentioned Marvel 2-in-1. That's Marvel Team Up, and it looks like Shang-Chi, Nick Fury, Spider-Man, and Black Widow with her Venom Blast, no less. And that looks like Silver Samurai in the foreground. Bizarre Adventures, which was a larger format book, usually black and white. Very Charlie's Angels, that is, isn't it? And you've got what look like the Daughters of the Dragon there. That certainly looks like Misty Light, Colleen Wing, something like that. Yeah, Ralph Macchio, wasn't he, not to be mistaken with Ralph Macchio, who played Karate Kid, of course. Yeah, anyway. Oh, there we go. And we've got some interior, yeah, you can see it's black and white. Very cool. That's very Steranko, that, isn't it? Yeah, and then the later grey Black Widow in the Frank Miller Daredevils. There she is, another great cover one. It's a great book, isn't it? Very good book. And you can buy it from me at no less than $1 million US. No, million Zimbabwe dollars. No, go on, 15 quid. If you want it, I'll do it for 15 quid. This lovely book. If you don't want it, then to hell with you. Marvel Fanfare, there she is on the cover of Marvel Fanfare 10. Oh, I'm not familiar with that one. The Black Widow Marvel graphic novel, The Coldest War. Who knew? Interesting stuff. Is that Yvonne again turning up? Telling her, my little Zarina, I'm coming back like a bad case of indigestion. You can never get rid of me. Like herpes. I am back on your lip. This one's a quite sought after comic these days, and it's a great cover. Wolverine. I remember when I cosplayed Wolverine, and I did it rather well, if you don't mind me saying. And I remember so many people saying, "Oh, you're so short. You're too short." I mean, I am fairly short compared to these huge millennials who tower over 6 foot. I'm only 5'8" in heels, that is. And I always said, look, do you know your comics or not? You obviously seen Hugh Jackman, and he's over 6 foot. Wolverine in the comics is billed at 5'3", 5'4". So I'm actually taller than the comic Wolverine I have, you know. At which point I used to stab them in the neck with my claws. Well, I used to fantasize about stabbing them in the neck with my claws. I have actually got a real steel pair, which looked fantastic. And I remember destroying someone's cardboard box once, just purely for effect at one of the cosplay things. I don't think they were too happy though. But I had a lot to drink, so, and it'd been a difficult day. Yeah, there you go, grey suit, 90s. Not a particular fantastic time for Marvel Comics. She couldn't have shorter legs, because they should sort of end there, shouldn't they? They sort of, it's all perspective, isn't it? I'm not gonna. That's Dark and Light, Black and something. I remember that cover. Black and White anthology. Yeah, Shadows and Light. Yeah. Interesting anthology if anyone wants to get hold of that. I've probably got a copy somewhere. Yeah, more. There she is working out. Looks like the who did Sylvester Stallone date? Oh, Bridget Nielsen, I think. Yeah, I think that's it. The one who played Red Sonja. I'm looking for Red Sonja. Hey. Oh look, and the little and that must be Yvonne. My little Zarina, I'm back like herpes. Please take me roughly from behind. And she's obviously put the old suit on for him. And another Marvel Fanfare. Lovely art. And Guardian Devil Part 2. Ooh, lovely. Daredevil, from the pages of Daredevil. There we go, with someone. Oh, there's aka Black Widow 2. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yelena Belova. Yelena Belova and Natasha Romanoff. That's probably who it was at the front of the book that I thought was Polaris. Marvel Knights cover. He looks like the. Does anyone watch that Colchester 321 or what it said? But that comedy about the Romans in England. And he looks like this guy who plays the slave. Don't look like Shang-Chi at all. What's that all about? Look, what's that all about? Oh, well, I can't do better, so what? I mean, come on, we've all done it, haven't we? There you go, Marvel Knights again. Shang-Chi. Is it Shang-Chi? Oh, no. A lot of them went through many transformations, some of them better, some of them worse. Doctor Strange went through some awful ones in the 90s. There you go, the new and the old Black Widow, Belova and Romanoff. There's a Nick Fury informing someone that they've got cancer. There you go. There was a new one there with the thing and the stuff. Oh, look at that one. Lovely. That's Thunderbolts, if I'm not mistaken. Could be. And lovely Black Widow. Nice marble cover there. Really is a lovely book. Fantastic book. Enjoying flicking through these pages here. There's Demon Ant-Man by the look of it. It's about to be flicked away. There you go. The one that was on the first part there. It's Yelenoff and Romanov, Black Widow 1 and 2 having a good old bitch fight. Die. It's all happening there. And then, yeah, another incarnation. Chapter 5, Webs of Political Intrigue. Fantastic. That's Hawkeye and Mockingbird. Oh, obviously she probably had a few pangs of jealousy there. And Hawkeye got with Mockingbird. There's Ronin, who was Hawkeye's alter ego for a while, but Clint Barton's alter ego. Oh, the original Red Guardian. Ah, and he's Ronin, and they're fighting. God, who'd have thunk? Oh, lovely art. Oh, just lovely art. Oh, a bit of ballet. Look, they've genetically engineered her to do ballet while she's in a pinny. Well, she's probably doing the cooking and heating some beverage in a samovar. We have done well, comrades. We have made the finest ballet dancer, samovar cooking, pinny wearing Russian wife, who will now turn against us and kill us all. Нет, Bosh moi. Нет, the Corbett. Brilliant. Black Widow 2 of 6, that was the limited edition. Sienkiewicz cover. Oh, you gotta love Sienkiewicz. Black Widow. Black Widow. God, what a Bosch. Broken nose or what? Looks like Yelenov's come back for it, doesn't it? Yeah, much more modern incarnations now. Oh, that's a great one. That. Little mod up there. Yeah, there you go. War Machine and Valkyrie and Beast. Anyone else like that Beast? I did like the Fabulous Fairy Beast, but not when he looked like a cat. I mean, some people went with it, but I did like the sort of Hank McCoy late 80s. Well, rather the whole tenure of the 80s when he was in the Avengers. I liked him like that. Moon Knight Nova. Black Widow, brilliant. Woohoo! Who's she with there? Oh, it's Hawkeye. Of course it is. See, yeah, the films influence the comics, and it. Sorry, I just don't like when. I'm just a bluff old traditionalist, and they've tried to make changes to my beloved characters. Fantastic. Oh, what a splash. Fantastic. It's all personal. Looks like a bit of a history there. God, Metal Man with a metal moustache. He must be murder having a shave. Yeah, now for any fan of the Avengers or Black Widow or this Marvel history, it is a lovely book. Big book. You need a big coffee table and strong arms to turn its pages. Car. Eat your heart out, Bane. Just about to give her a backbreaker. What is it with men and moustaches in Black Widow past, present and future. I like that, all the arms going to punch her and they're sort of like the legs of the spider almost. Yeah, love it. Good stuff. More ballet. Bolshoi. We are so proud of her. She Hunger Games all of her other brothers and sisters. And now she is best ballet dancer in all of Russia. Sorry, USSR. Comrade Lenin salutes you. There we are. Training, bit of boxing. Who needs it when you got the superpowers of a thing or of the thing? Nice one there, Falcon and Black Widow. Winter Soldier and Black Widow. Oh, that's a nice bit of artwork. Oh, look at that. This sort of soppy emo snowflake generation. No, I've said too much. Don't, please. I'm not Hitler. Don't kill me. No, it's a good cover. I love it. They're doing tattoos on each other. And obviously she's having trouble because he's got a metal arm. They didn't use the motive. It is used, but they didn't use it as much as I thought they may have in the comics. It's such a distinctive red mark that the Black Widow spider has on it. And I thought they would use it more. But I think it really worked. That black catsuit that comes... That makes its first appearance in Spider-Man 86, is it? It's back there somewhere. I think it's Spider-Man 80 something. I think works really well. I think the red hair was the sort of contrast. Oh no! Boom, boom, and it all explodes and does the thing. Oh look, Elektra versus Black Widow. It's always a good matchup when they take protagonists of equal sort of standing and powers. Another nice big splash there. Oh, and that's it. God, that was unexpected. And it's from Titan Books. And it was great. Thank you for... Oh, and there's just a bit of artwork. Exclusive artwork in the back. That's been creased. So it's not worth anything now. Yeah, there you go. It's a bit of a pin up at the back. And yours, it's just so heavy, it's so unwieldy. I'm going to use it as a murder weapon in Cluedo. Thanks for tuning in. See you all soon. Take care.